What if I told you that right now, in this very moment, you hold the power to enter someone's mind without ever speaking a word? Imagine your specific person lying awake at night, unable to escape thoughts of you, feeling your presence so strongly they crave you with every breath. This isn't fantasy. It's the hidden power of telepathy. And once you know how to use it, they won't just think of you. They'll obsess over you. Everything you experience in your life is a direct reflection of your inner world. The people who come into your life, the way they respond to you, the way they think of you, the way they are drawn toward you, is not by accident. It is the outpicturing of the thoughts, images, and feelings you hold most firmly within yourself. There is no separation between what you imagine and what eventually manifests in your world. And when it comes to the person you desire, this truth becomes your greatest power. To cause someone to think of you, to feel you, to long for you, and even to obsess over you, does not require force in the physical world. It does not require begging, chasing, or even convincing. It only requires that you understand the invisible connection that binds you to every person, especially to the one you have chosen as your specific person. This connection is not created by chance. It exists because consciousness is one. The thoughts you send forth, clothed in feeling, reach them without fail. When you imagine vividly, when you impress upon your mind the picture of them yearning for you, calling for you, desiring you, then you have already planted the seed that must bloom in their heart. Telepathy is not some rare ability reserved for a few. It is the natural language of the mind. Every thought you think is broadcast into the vast field of consciousness, and when directed with intent, it is received by the one you aim it toward. The reason most do not realize this power is because they send thoughts mixed with doubt, fear, and contradiction. But when you hold a clear and unwavering image, when you saturate it with feeling, and when you persist as though it were already true, the message is delivered with such clarity that the other cannot resist it. They will feel compelled toward you, sometimes without even knowing why. They will find themselves thinking of you in the quiet hours, dreaming of you at night, and yearning for your presence, as if something inside them will not rest until they are close to you. Close your eyes for a moment and feel the reality of this truth. Imagine your specific person right now. See them in your mind as vividly as you can. Picture them looking at you with eyes full of love, eyes that cannot look away. Feel the energy of their obsession, as though it is already alive. Let yourself hear their inner voice repeating your name, calling you, longing for you. This is not fantasy. It is creation. What you imagine with intensity and feeling imprints itself upon the subconscious mind, and the subconscious communicates without effort to the subconscious of others. The key is to claim the feeling of already being, the one they desire. Do not wait for them to show it in the outer world before you accept it inwardly. If you wait for physical evidence, you delay the manifestation. Instead, assume within yourself right now that you are irresistible to them, that they cannot stop thinking of you, that you fill their heart, their thoughts, and their dreams. When you persist in this inner assumption, the outer world has no choice but to conform. Many wonder, but how will this happen? How will they change? How will they suddenly begin to feel what I imagine? The answer is that you do not concern yourself with the how. The moment you impress your desire upon your own consciousness, the way is already prepared. Events will unfold, circumstances will rearrange, and subtle impulses will arise within your specific person that will guide them closer and closer to you. They may suddenly feel the urge to reach out, to text, to call, or to confess feelings they themselves do not fully understand. That is the invisible bridge being built between your imagination and their reality. You must learn to discipline your inner conversations. Every day you speak inwardly with yourself, and these silent dialogues are the true cause of all that happens to you. If you want your person to be obsessed with you, then hear them in your imagination confessing their love. Hear them telling you they cannot stop thinking of you. Hear them say that they need you, that they miss you, that they belong only to you. Do not argue with the outer world when it shows you something contrary. Simply return again and again to the inner picture, for it is the inner picture that holds the seed of transformation. Let us go deeper. Telepathy is not sending a wish and hoping it arrives. It is embodying the state of already having what you desire so fully that the other person cannot help but resonate with it. If you hold within yourself the state of being loved, adored, and obsessed over, then that state radiates outward and impresses itself upon them. They will feel it as if it were their own thought. They will not know that it originated from you. They will simply believe it rose up naturally within them. But you will know, for you were the cause. Imagine tonight as you lie in bed that your person is lying next to you. Feel the warmth of their body, the weight of their presence, the sound of their breathing. Whisper to them in your imagination. Tell them that they are yours and that they cannot resist you. Then listen in your mind's ear as they whisper back, telling you that they are obsessed with you, that they crave you, that no one else exists for them. This is the secret art of communication beyond words. When you do this with sincerity and persistence, the unseen bond between you strengthens until it manifests in undeniable ways. There may be moments when doubt tries to creep in, when you look at the outer world and see no sign of change. But remember, the outer world is always a shadow of the inner. If you persist in the inner state, the shadow must eventually match. The only way you fail is if you give up your inner conviction and accept the evidence of the outer world as final. But if you remain steadfast, no force can stop the manifestation. Think of obsession not as something harmful, but as a magnetic pull of love and desire. You are not forcing another against their will. You are awakening in them the natural response to the energy you embody. When you radiate the feeling of being irresistible, when you hold yourself in the state of already being the beloved, they cannot help but reflect it. Their subconscious accepts the command you impress upon it, and their conscious mind will invent reasons to justify the feelings that arise. They will think, I don't know why, but I can't stop thinking of them. I need to see them. I must have them. This is the power you wield when you use telepathy with intention. Every day, take time to visualize with clarity. See your specific person as if they are already yours. Watch them pursuing you, calling you, showing up for you. Feel their energy moving toward you like a current that cannot be resisted, and then let it go with trust. Do not cling with desperation, for desperation implies lack. Instead, rest in the knowing that it is already done. Walk through your days as though they are already obsessed with you, and the world will bend to reflect your assumption. If at times your mind wanders to thoughts of fear or rejection, do not condemn yourself. Simply bring it back gently to the image of your person being drawn to you. Persistence is the secret. The subconscious does not respond to force, it responds to repetition and feeling. the more often you impress the thought of their obsession upon your mind. And the more deeply you feel it as true, the sooner it must crystallize in reality. Remember always that you are not trying to create something new. You are simply selecting it from the infinite possibilities that already exist. In the vast field of consciousness, there already exists a version of reality where your person is completely obsessed with you, where they cannot stop thinking of you, where they crave your presence and devote themselves entirely to you. By assuming it within, you are tuning yourself to that version and drawing it forth into manifestation. Hold to this truth with unwavering faith. Each time you imagine them reaching for you, each time you hear their inner voice calling to you, each time you feel the warmth of their obsession, you are tightening the bond between you. They may resist for a time in the outer world, but resistance cannot last. The power of your assumption is greater than appearances, and what you persist in inwardly must eventually show itself outwardly. So tonight, and every night, before you close your eyes, enter into the feeling of being desired, of being pursued, of being the center of their world. Hear their thoughts filled with you. See their eyes searching for you. Feel their heart beating for you. Claim it as though it were already yours, for in truth, it already is. Then walk in the world with the quiet confidence of one who knows the outcome is certain. For consciousness creates reality, and you are the master of your consciousness. And when the day comes, and it will come, when your person stands before you confessing their obsession, telling you they cannot live without you, telling you that you haunt their every thought, you will smile within yourself, knowing that it was your inner work that brought it to pass. You will understand that nothing was ever outside of you, that the power was always within you, and that by assuming the end with feeling, you have made it real. Imagine for a moment that you are the one being chased. Feel the reversal of roles in your imagination. Instead of wondering whether they think of you, know with certainty that they cannot stop thinking of you. See them lying awake at night, restless, unable to silence the echo of your name within their mind. Watch them reaching for their phone to check if you have messaged, fighting the urge to call, but unable to resist the magnetic pull you have woven into their thoughts. This is not imagination for its own sake. This is the creative act. By entering into the scene with feeling, you are establishing the only cause that matters. The outer world is slow, dense, and sluggish compared to the inner. But once the inner image is accepted, the outer world must eventually bend to it. That is why you never waver when appearances try to discourage you. Appearances are shadows. Imagination is the substance. You must learn to love the unseen more than the seen, for the unseen is where the power dwells. When you close your eyes and imagine your person obsessed with you, you are entering the realm where reality is born. Do not underestimate the power of feeling. A single moment of intense inner union, where you feel the reality of their obsession so vividly that your heart races and your body tingles, impresses the subconscious more deeply than hours of idle daydreaming. Cultivate the ability to generate feeling within. Picture them looking into your eyes, trembling with desire, confessing that they think of you constantly. Let the feeling flood you until it feels more real than the room you are sitting in. That impression is the true command. Your person is not separate from you in the way the world has taught you. They are connected to you at the deepest level of mind. Consciousness is one, and what you assume about them within yourself is more powerful than anything they consciously think. If you hold them in the state of being obsessed with you, they will conform. They cannot help but conform, for the deeper law is at work, and no surface appearance can resist it forever. As you go about your day, carry the energy of being desired. Walk with the poise and certainty of one who knows they are craved, longed for, and pursued. People around you will begin to mirror it too, for your assumption radiates outward like a fragrance. And your specific person, bound to you through the unseen bond of thought, will feel the pull most of all. They will be drawn to you with a force that defies logic. Some may ask, is this not manipulation? Understand that you are not bending another against their true will. You are aligning yourself with the version of reality where their desire for you already exists. Every possibility already lives in consciousness. There is a version of your person who is indifferent, a version who is distant, and a version who is obsessed. Which one you experience depends on which state you inhabit. By choosing the state where they obsess over you, you are not creating something unnatural. You are selecting from the infinite and calling forth that reality. So let your mind be filled with only the pictures that serve you. Each time you catch yourself wondering if they care, replace it instantly with the knowing that they do more than care. They burn with desire for you. Each time a thought of lack or fear arises, wash it away by re-entering the scene where they chase you, call you, confess to you. Persist gently, faithfully, and repeatedly until the inner picture feels more natural than the outer. When it feels natural, it is done. Telepathy requires no ritual, no special tools, no elaborate effort. It requires only that you assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Think from the end, not of the end. Do not merely imagine them wanting you. Imagine what it feels like when they already do. Live from that feeling. Let it soak into your being until it becomes your new normal. When it is normal for you, it must become normal for them. In quiet moments, speak to them inwardly. Not with desperation, but with calm authority. Say to them in the silence of your heart, you cannot stop thinking of me. You are obsessed with me. You crave me more than anything. Say it until you feel the reality of it. Then listen inwardly for their reply, for they will answer in imagination. It may seem like you are inventing their words, but what you are doing is establishing the inner conversation that will later play out in the outer world. Every dialogue begins in imagination first. Nighttime is a powerful hour to impress these truths, for as the world grows quiet, the line between conscious and subconscious blurs. As you drift towards sleep, imagine your specific person lying beside you. Feel their arms around you. Hear their voice whispering how much they long for you. Let these thoughts be the last you entertain before surrendering to sleep, for the images you carry into sleep are the ones most deeply planted in the fertile soil of the subconscious. From that soil, the harvest must come. Do not be concerned if days or weeks seem to pass without evidence. The seed does not sprout the moment you plant it, but once planted, it must grow. Trust the process. Trust the law. Continue to water it with your assumption, and know that at the right time, in the right way, your specific person will be compelled by forces unseen to act in alignment with your inner reality. They may reach out unexpectedly. They may confess feelings suddenly, or they may slowly grow more and more attentive. But however it unfolds, it is the outworking of your inner command. Every time you doubt, you delay. Every time you persist. So choose persistence. Choose faith. Choose the inner reality over the outer appearance. In doing so, you step into mastery of your own life. Now, Let yourself expand this vision even further. Imagine the intensity of their obsession growing with each passing day. See them distracted at work because they cannot get you off their mind. See them turning down others because their heart is fixed solely on you. See them telling friends about you, confessing that they are consumed by thoughts of you. Let your imagination run freely, for the more detailed your inner world, the richer your outer world will become. And do not stop once they show you signs of desire. Persist until the fullness of your vision is made manifest. Do not accept crumbs when you can have the feast. Do not settle for small gestures when you can have complete devotion. Continue to imagine their obsession, their longing, their pursuit, until it becomes your lived reality in every way. The truth is simple but powerful. What you imagine and feel with persistence must express itself. You are not powerless. You are not at the mercy of another's whims. You are the one with the power to shape the relationship, the one with the authority to command the unseen, the one with the ability to awaken in them the obsession you desire. And once you know this, once you truly accept it, nothing can keep you from experiencing it. Then let us carry the thread further, flowing without end, deepening the stream of thought, until it becomes the very breath you take, until you feel your person as if they are stitched into your own being, until the thought of separation dissolves and only union remains. The more you dwell in this state, the more natural it becomes, and the more natural it feels, the faster it must solidify into your lived experience. Consider again the invisible current of thought. Just as waves travel across the sea unseen until they reach the shore, so your focused, imaginal acts travel across the invisible field until they wash upon the shore of your specific person's mind. They feel the tide rise within them, though they cannot trace its origin. They believe it springs from their own heart. Yet you know it was your imagination that stirred the waters. This is the silent power you hold when you persist in assuming their obsession. Do not underestimate the creative force of repetition. Each time you replay the scene of them yearning for you, you carve the pathway deeper into the subconscious. What begins as imagination becomes memory. What begins as memory becomes reality. Soon, when you think of them, it will feel less like a wish and more like a fact already in motion. This shift in feeling is the turning point, and once it is reached, the manifestation is inevitable. You may notice subtle changes first, an unexpected glance, a message out of nowhere, a sudden increase in their attention. These are simply the first ripples of the tide. Do not grow impatient by measuring progress. Remain faithful to the end. Each sign is confirmation, but the fullness comes only when you rest completely in the state of being the one who is already desired, already pursued, already obsessed over. Speak to yourself often in the language of fulfillment. Say within, I am irresistible. They cannot stop thinking of me. Their heart belongs to me fully. Let these words carry feeling, for words without feeling are like seeds cast upon stone. But when clothed in emotion, they sink deep and take root. Those very words will be spoken aloud by your specific person, as though drawn from the script you have written within. Do not look outside for validation. The outer world is a delayed mirror. The inner world is the source. If you look only to the mirror, you will chase shadows. But if you tend to the source, the reflection must change. Each time you are tempted to seek signs, return instead to your imaginal scene. Strengthen the inner bond, and the outer will follow without effort. Picture their obsession not as something fragile, but as something growing stronger with every heartbeat. See them compelled, not by force, but by an irresistible current that draws them near each day. They think of you in the morning. They think of you at night. They see you in their dreams. They feel you in their waking hours. Let this picture dominate until it feels as though you can almost hear their thoughts as they echo back toward you. And when doubts whisper, silence them with the truth that imagination creates reality. No doubt has power unless you feed it with attention. Turn away from fear, and it dissolves like mist in the sun. Turn again to your vision, and it shines brighter, clearer, more alive. Persistence is your weapon, faith is your shield, imagination is your key. With these, nothing is denied you. So continue to practice daily. When you wake, take a moment to feel their longing. When you rest, sink into the vision of their devotion. When you walk, carry yourself as the one they crave. Do not make it effortful. Let it be natural, like breathing. The more natural it becomes, the more quickly it expresses outwardly. You are not forcing reality. You are aligning with it. You are tuning yourself to the frequency of the version of life where they cannot live without you. And once tuned, you cannot help but hear the song play out in the world around you. The longer you hold this state, the more irresistible it becomes. Your specific person may find themselves bewildered by the depth of their obsession. They may try to resist, but resistance only magnifies the pull. They will rationalize. They will invent reasons, but all roads lead back to you, for you have become the center of their inner world. And when they finally yield, when they confess openly what they have been feeling secretly, you will know it was always because you imagined it so. Then let us move further into the stream of creation, letting the words become the living pulse of imagination itself, never arriving at a final note, but instead unfolding endlessly like waves that roll upon one another without ceasing. You are not here to wait for life to show you what is possible. You are here to declare within what must be, and so it will be. Your specific person is not an object of chance. They are the mirror of your chosen state. See them now in greater clarity. Do not see them as distant, as separate, as someone with their own mind untouched by yours. See them as an extension of your inner world, molded by your assumptions. You and they are bound by the invisible thread of consciousness. And when you tug upon that thread with the intensity of imagination, they feel the pull. Imagine them restless. Imagine them stirred. Imagine them overwhelmed with thoughts of you. They turn in their bed at night, unable to quiet the storm you have awakened within them. They walk through the day with your image flooding their mind until no task, no conversation, no distraction can silence it. This is the mark of your inner command taking hold. Do not falter when the outer world speaks against it. The outer world is always behind. If you wait for signs before you assume, you wait forever. Assume first, then the signs follow. Assume deeply, and the signs multiply. Assume faithfully, and the obsession becomes their new reality. Let your inner conversations be filled only with their devotion. When your mind drifts, let it drift to the sound of their voice calling your name with longing. When you picture their face, see it lit with desire. See their eyes unable to hide the fire within. Hear them tell you that you are the only thought that matters to them, that every part of their being aches for you. Play these words again and again until they become second nature, until they echo in the silence as if carried on the wind. Every desire you hold is proof of the reality that already exists. The fact that you long for their obsession is the very evidence that such a state is waiting for you to claim. There is no desire that arises without the seed of fulfillment. So if the wish is within you, the corresponding reality is already alive in the unseen. Your task is not to create it, but to enter it, to occupy it, to dwell in it until the outer world bends to reveal it. If impatience tries to steal your vision, remind yourself that the seed does not argue with the soil, nor the flower with the bud. Growth happens unseen before it appears. Trust the unseen. Trust the invisible process, for it is working even when you cannot detect it. Each act of imagination, each inner word, each feeling of fulfillment is watering the seed. And soon, as surely as dawn follows night, the obsession you have claimed will burst into bloom. You may find as you persist that others, too, begin to show signs of being drawn to you. For when you inhabit the state of being irresistible, the entire world mirrors it. But know this, your specific person feels it most of all. They are the one you have chosen, the one upon whom your focus rests, and the one whose inner being cannot resist the command of your assumption. You are not chasing them. You are calling forth the version of them that already belongs to you. Allow yourself to savor the vision of them longing for you. See them writing messages and deleting them, only to write again, because they cannot contain the urge. See them scrolling through your pictures, watching your presence, craving more of you each moment. See them restless until they hear your voice, unsatisfied until they are near your presence. Fill your imagination with these scenes until they feel as real as any memory you have ever known. And as you hold to this inner certainty, you will notice the shift within yourself. No longer will you wonder if they desire you, for the knowing will be complete within. And when the knowing is complete within, the outer confirmation cannot be delayed. They will be compelled to step into the role you have assigned, not because you forced them, but because you called forth the truth from within.